You're watching the 420 Pace Network, found at 420radio.ca and paceradio.net.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 Radio Show. On Lifestyle Radio.
I gotta get a better picture of Lennie. Looks like friggin' deer caught in the headlights.
Well, that's why I used it.
I know, that's just mean.
So
Lennie's supposed to be here, so we'll see.
he'll be in. Yeah, he said he'll be a little bit late, maybe. So today we're welcome to the 420 Radio Show. I'm Al, and that's Marcel.
Back.
And we're today we're swimming with the fishies.
Yeah, we're swimming with the fishes. We're all going to be swimming with the fishes.
Eventually, yeah.
Once
Trump pulls that trigger.
Well, no. I'm looking forward to Waterworld.
A new movie?
No, actually, Waterworld. The whole planet. That would be cool.
But that's not going to be a world war that starts that, dude. That's fucking global warming and shit. So.
When I lived in BC, somebody asked me, because our office was in the city in Vancouver, and I lived out in Chilliwack. And somebody said, "Why would you live so far from the city?" I said, "Because when the earthquake comes, I've already looked at where the fault lines are, and
right through Lake Ontario."
Well, I'm talking about the West Coast fault lines.
Okay.
And I said, "So I'm already prepared." I said, "I got a boat." I said, "I'm just waiting for the earthquake to come, and then I can do underwater or downtown tours of underwater Vancouver."
Well, this winter is going to be a tester because we're supposed to get a hell of a fucking winter this year.
Are ya? We're supposed to get a normal winter.
You see, and I had this conversation with Al the other day. Some people are saying it's going to be a fucking El Nino year, and some people are saying fuck El Nino is just going to be a normal everyday fucking winter. But you know what? I don't care. It's cold, and I've already got a foot of snow on the fucking ground.
Yeah, but you live up into the Arctic, so
no, not quite.
Damn near. The El Nino would only really affect the western provinces.
Really? I didn't know that.
The East Coast, because the East Coast, we get all the warm air coming up from the Caribbean. So we tend to have a wetter winter. Milder, not as cold.
Yeah, slushy snow and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and I mean, we could get snow at night, and then the next morning when the tide comes in, the fog comes in. So when the fog comes in, it just eats the snow.
Well, we get that.
Yeah.
We get that here. Like, I mean, we've had snow on the ground. It snowed for 24 hours the other day.
Yeah.
And we've had snow on the ground for about a week. I've already been stuck in my driveway once.
We got snow last night. Yeah, it was last night. We got snow, woke up to a bit of white on the ground this morning, and now pretty much all gone.
And there goes the dog again.
There goes the dog.
Rosalie, go lay down, please.
You're going to get your ass kicked, dog.
Oh, she's
a dog, man.
Getting older and senile, and she got crusty ears. Huh?
I'm talking to Sadie. She just woke up beside me because she finally heard a noise of somebody that's been in the house out there for the last 10 minutes.
Oh God, Rosa was just out of the blue starts barking now. She hears something outside and she's like, "Woof, woof." I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It could be a bear. That could be the bear.
No, you know what? There's no bears now.
No?
That's not true. There's been a couple of bears in town that have been seen, but those are just wanderers, guys
Well,
that
yeah.
didn't eat enough before they went to bed.
Yeah, but not all bears hibernate either. No?
They are around. Although
one. Yeah, no, but
cutting through my yard as much as they would.
welcome back, Leonard.
Hello, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We can. Can you hear us?
Yep. No, just get my headset going.
We're swimming with the fishies today.
I see that.
It's a fish day.
How's Lennie doing?
I had a shitty week.
You didn't enjoy did you enjoy your holiday?
Oh yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago now though.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you just got back.
I got
He
back on the
wishes.
12th. Oh, fuck. I swear, I think today was not that it was even that sunny. I don't think I've seen the sun in 2 fucking weeks. Man, it's been horrible.
It's been gray here for about a week, with periods of sun now and then.
Maybe a smidge today, but fuck.
It's like, what is it? It's -5 outside right now.
Wind was cold today, but we haven't been that bad.
It's 21 degrees downstairs, which I guess is good. It's warmer downstairs in the basement than it is up here.
Really?
Yeah. 80% humidity outside.
Oh, I was going to say, I hope that's not inside.
No, it's 63% in here. It's always humid here, always. In the forest.
Well, you get a lot of lake effect moisture.
Well, considering I'm right on the edge of the lake, yeah.
And the trees hold it there.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see you having a little moisture issue.
It's so moist here, sometimes I get condensation on my ceilings.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
Did you share our post?
No.
You should.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, but we should.
All right.
People might like to know we're actually here.
Well, we can try.
Them silly people.
Yeah. Well, they have no life. So as I mentioned to Marcel earlier, while using my dewdrop, I went and started coughing and bit the side of my fucking tongue and drew blood and everything, man. And it's fucking, I got a welt on the side of my tongue and it's fucking killing me. So I'm a grumpy ass today. And I did the stupid thing of making a stir fry and going out and getting chicken balls. And I didn't enjoy it because of my tongue. The last time I had a tongue biting, I won't even say how that happened.
I can't remember the last time I did it. I'm sure it was related to a sport or something, or like quick.
Yeah.
Fucking hurt. I was
coughing. I was coughing and I was like having a good time and I was like coughing. And fuck.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Every
I have a chipped tooth.
Yeah.
And it hit the part where it's sharp. Right?
Well, I have a crooked teeth a little bit, and I have one that's fucking the incisor. It fucking tear. It's like a dog. It'd tear anything. Yeah. And when you bite it, like I've been, I can't remember. It was probably in fights, and when you get hit there, it goes right. One time it went through the fucking lip. But every 6 to 8 weeks, I get canker, like a big fucking canker sores. I don't know why. And they hurt like a bastard.
I finally found our post here. It took me a minute. All right, there we are. All right, sharing with here. So Len, while I'm doing this, I wanted to talk to you about your your posts at Optimus because I'm really enjoying them. And I know we talked about it. It's a buddy of yours that does that. But I really enjoy those because I'm looking at posts from a medical cannabis LP that actually knows what they're fucking talking about. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see Tweed or whatever they're called now posting about roach clips and things like that, although they should be, because they're all about fucking education, apparently. I think we've lost everybody.
No, sorry, I was having a drink.
It's a funny time to have a drink.
Yeah, no. That's why I was late. My kid came home from college. We had a late supper.
Oh, you were drinking with your kid again, eh?
Just Diet Pepsi. Yeah, well, Chris is who does it, and he's really good at it. To be honest, like, we don't even really discuss it too much.
I wish you'd do some. You need to ask him to do videos so that I can play them here on the show.
It's funny. The intent is for me to do videos. I just have no fucking time.
Yeah. I know.
Marcel, do you know Andre?
Time. Yep.
My friend on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Andre does my medicine shop videos, and like he wants to do them. I want to do them. Just fucking
getting them done. Yeah.
Like, I said I had a shitty week. I think I've had a shitty fucking month. But aside from my vacation, but it's just one of those things. It's like, if you get 2 or 3 things done off your checklist and fucking 4 things pop up, like, fucking Jesus.
And you know what happens with me?
Stupid shit.
With my ADHD, when I have too many things piled up that I need to do, I don't do anything.
Yeah, like for me, for example, Canada Post strike's been a shit show.
Yeah.
Then long fucking story. The power of Optimus got turned off today, for fuck's sakes, because of stupidity.
Did you not pay your bill?
Stupidity.
No, the building we lease under, long story, during the transition, my suite got missed.
Uh-oh.
I don't, like, my power's included in the rent. Like,
oh, yeah.
And anyway, my wife was part of it. She's sort of responsible. But it wasn't really her. It was the transition of the accounts, and they fucked it up, and they turned it off this morning.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, and like, just
nice.
Oh yeah, no, but just shit like that. Oh, then the other part of it is I was locked out of Optimus because when it powers out, fucking thing.
You can't get in with the pad.
I couldn't get in with the pad, so I had to run out to my head of securities, like, and he has a master key, and like, it just.
So what would happen if you were in there and the power went out?
You can always get out, but can't get back in.
Okay.
And the only reason I was out,
you can't always get out.
No, you can get out. But I was down in the pharmacy doing my pharmacy license renewal, and come back up, and the pad's off. My fucking truck key was in the fucking Optimus. It's just like there was 4. I'm busy enough as is. There's a good fucking 4 hours wasted this morning.
Wow.
Yep.
And then got to get back, and like, some good things are good. Like, when I'm not in there, the phone goes to voicemail. So I can always get phone messages. Even right now, if somebody phoned Optimus and left a message, I can see it on my phone and hear it.
I have my computer set up to show me everything that goes on my phone as well.
Yeah, so I could service people, like, couldn't fill their fucking orders, but I could service them if they called.
Speaking of servicing people, I have sent. You're going to see Dean's name showing up there at some point very soon.
Okay.
And he asked me what is the procedure to sign up.
Well, it's pretty easy.
You just go to the website and press the
just
right button.
www.optimuscannabis.ca. There's a sign up registration. You just do it. You get like an email back to log in. Then you just basically you're all registered. You have your address and all that, and then whenever we get the medical document, we just link them up, and you get an email of activation, and you can start ordering.
Cool.
It's pretty simple. Usually the hard part is getting the medical document for some people, sadly.
Well, you know what? I'm happy to say that I now have a new doctor here at the hospital up here in town. And I'm also seeing the diabetic people, the vampires, as I call them. And so, yeah, I'm as soon as I get that stuff, you'll see my name pop up there at some point. Right.
But yeah, so that's the type of. Well, I said I had what are they called? First world problems. I've had first world problems all fucking week.
Wow, man. Some
shitty first world problems, but again,
and I thought
you have your health, you have your home.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? You really can't bitch.
My home was leaking for over 2 months, and I've got that fixed. And fortunately, I found a plumber come to my rescue from the next town over, and he fixed her right up. Took him 3 hours.
And then the computer system I use has always been pretty reliable.
And it wasn't
not this fucking week. Oh my fuck. Just bug it. Like, I'll give the guys credit when I send in a ticket to fix it. Within an hour, it's always fixed. But man, it was a rough week.
Yep, it's called getting close to the holidays.
Yeah, a little bit of that too. Been watching our political world just go fucking nuts.
Yeah. Well, there's a call. I'll just sit here and smoke pot. You guys go right ahead.
No. I'll tell you, if you want humor, you got to watch CPAC.
It's pretty good reality. It's literally reality TV,
but it's an unscripted reality TV, so it makes it real reality TV.
Well, it really is real, but it's fucking crazy.
I've watched it before.
Oh man, I don't know. Well, it's pretty obvious when you start watching news from around the world that one man turned our entire country into a fucking joke.
He's getting shit on pretty good across the world right now.
Man, Australia
hates him.
They hate him.
Or the media. I don't know if Australia does or the
media
does.
The media hates him.
They are hard on him.
The Middle East hates him. Yeah, India really hates him.
Well, he kind of brought that one on himself.
Yeah. Russia hates him. Trump hates him.
I don't know if Trump hates them or Trump.
No, Trump would rather him stay in power because Trump could walk all over him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if Trump would say hate him or just is like you can just kind of bitch him around.
Elon Musk hates him.
Elon definitely hates him.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of people love Elon or hate Elon. He's kind of more divisive than Trump right now, I think.
Yeah, he can definitely make some waves.
Yeah.
Oh, you see about MSNBC going up for sale. Trump puts out a tweet.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey Elon, I got a really funny idea," and right away Elon was, "How much?"
Yeah.
But if he did, I think
he kind of said, "Don't tempt me."
Yeah, I think Elon would rather Disney.
Elon's got his own fucking problems at the moment.
Oh, why? What problems do Elon got? Too much money?
Yeah. His family hates him. Everybody hates him. Everybody's dumping on him.
I don't know. I wouldn't. There's. That's why I say I think half dump on him, half love him. So I think.
Yeah. You know, I mean, like he's done some really, really cool, interesting, innovative things. Okay, you can't discount that. But his thought patterns are a little out there.
Yeah,
I actually,
you know, unless
here's
the thing, though. What's going on now is you don't even know if that's him really fucking talking to you in that video, because they got so many fucking AI videos out with that guy, and he's talking about stuff and they're presenting it as he's doing it and blah blah blah. But in reality, it's just AI. It's not him. He's doing his own little thing up in the space world, and you know, arguing with his daughter, you know. So
the thing about Elon that I actually give him credit for, and I think society's got to give him credit for, is how he basically bought Twitter and maintained its openness.
Yeah,
I don't think the world, I don't know if the world realizes the impact of that, because it's like the other social medias.
I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to bring back Twitter to what it was originally, which was an open source, say what you fucking want, uncensored site. Okay, but and
that's why you need it that way.
But that's what Facebook came out from.
That's what they all were, and they all
exactly. That's what social networking came from.
Which is kind of funny.
There saying what you want, open speech, blah 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 blah. But it ain't now.
No,
you know what the irony is right now, Al? You know what the irony is right now? Canada imposed whatever the social media ban and control and blah blah blah. But if you actually watch all politicians, American, Canadian, I'm assuming the rest of the world, all their press releases and all their any communications they do to the public is all on Twitter. It's all on X because it's unfiltered.
Right.
Like, it's kind of hilarious. Like Trudeau, Pierre, Donald, every MP, they always do their press releases on Twitter because there's no algorithm that's going to block it. Which is only blocked because they're a whole fucking bullshit with Facebook and the other social medias. So it's just ironic, I find.
Ironic. Isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
That was pretty quick there, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
You're learning.
You've
been watching Rogan some more, haven't you?
I actually haven't watched Rogan in a while.
Oh, I watch Rogan all the time. I like Rogan.
I see clips. Like, I see his little clips on YouTube, but I haven't sat down to listen to. I think Donald Trump's was the last one I sat and listened to.
Well, Donald Trump's last one has a lot of significance right now because of when it happened. So let's
off center.
Yeah, you're off center, Lenny.
Now
here, I'm on a pillow. I'm in my basement. I'm like trying to hold it on a pillow.
You don't have an office at home, do you?
I do. I just don't like sitting at it. I sit at a desk all fucking day.
Fair enough.
That's why I always want to sit on my couch when I do the show.
All right, it's time for everybody to put their tinfoil hat on.
Okay.
So in 1990...
Wait. I've got one. I got a hat. I'll be right back.
Okay. Tinfoil hat.
Before you get into it, Marcel, I saw something this one day. I watch StratCan a lot on the cannabis news, and Health Canada is defunding the cannabis whatever sector by $20 million over the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Did I catch that? Like, basically, it must be laying off a bunch of their force.
Well, yeah, the call centers.
I'm assuming it's call centers and inspectors and whatever.
Because they don't give a shit about medical anymore, so they'll just try and sweep it under the rug.
Well, this Health Canada. No, I think it was more like they're the ones who do all the applications, or the ones who do the inspections, and they must be just saying preparing to reduce a little bit of the regulation is the way I read into it. Eventually,
I'd like to see an open market.
They'll never do that. That's Canada.
He's probably up there getting a roll of tinfoil to make it.
I can't find what I was looking for. What I was looking for.
All right, I got to tell you what the news is right now.
I've got my fucking ears. I don't know where they are.
Okay, so back in 1997, some guys designed this algorithm that would sift the entire web for keywords. And they used it to make predictions for the stock market. And it made a few other predictions as well. Quite successfully. Well, actually, hang on. I'll bring it up. Because I just had it here.
Like, could I go to ChatGPT? It's like, hey, I want to put $1,000 in a stock and triple it in 6 months. How do I do it? Will it tell me?
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust it.
But the WebBot was a bit different than what ChatGPT chat.
The WebBot was basically like a fucking 8-ball that you shake up and it says something.
No, not really, because what it did is it sifted the entire internet and picked up on keywords, right? So other than predicting very well on the stock market, which was what they designed it for, they predicted the Northeast blackout. And,
Didn't they outlaw that? Didn't they outlaw that and make it illegal to use?
Yeah, well, later.
It was kind of it's kind of like going into a casino and counting cards, right?
Yeah, it predicted Hurricane Katrina and the damage that it was going to do.
That makes sense.
But it also predicted that Donald Trump was going to win. Also predicted in 2009, before Joe Rogan started doing podcasts, it predicted that Joe Rogan would be interviewing Donald Trump as president.
And
how do you know that's really true?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But this is according to this WebBot prediction, and 39 days after that, the world would be in a war with aliens.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you were talking about earlier.
Right. So on December 3rd, there's supposed to be aliens fighting the U.S. military and other aliens at the same time.
I'm sure they've already been there and done that.
You sure it's not going to be Mexicans?
No. So this is all supposed to be in the skies.
Okay.
But so this was all predicted by WebBot in 2009. That's supposed to happen on now December 3rd, which is 39 days since that interview. So it's kind of cool that they did do the prediction for the interview, which is kind of cool. But then if you look at the fact that we have a giant asteroid sailing towards us that's going to be coming by the closest point on the 4th.
And a second moon.
And yeah, there's supposedly we have 2 moons now.
Yeah.
We do?
The other one stuck around. It didn't go away like they thought it was going to go away.
The one that was zooming by us?
Yeah.
Decided to hang out.
Maybe that's your alien space. Maybe it's the Death Star.
That's Death Star.
Well, maybe Apophis, which is basically a planet killer. Maybe it's the other ship that's coming, and those are the aliens that are going to fight with the U.S. Air Force. And if it happens on the 3rd. So on
get
the 2nd,
ready for Independence Day 2025.
No, I'm going liquor store on the 2nd and getting a nice bottle of scotch, maybe some beer,
just in case,
and some popcorn. And then I'm gonna sit back and be comfy and watch this shit unfold. But it also missed in a road.
I think I just get high.
It's also had its misses, like it predicted that we'd have annihilation in 2012, but then turned around and predicted this one. So
yeah, and that's what sparked that movie 2012, which wasn't a bad movie. That
didn't spark that movie. The Aztecs sparked that movie by ending a calendar. Then
yeah. There's been
the guy that was chiseling the rock probably died, and that's why the calendar ended.
That's
Hey, does anybody know what comes next? No,
not even
he's
a
the only one that
period.
knew. Oh, I guess that'll fuck them up when they
That
see it in a
sounds
couple
like a
thousand
good,
years.
that's a good Mel Brooks line in one of those movies. That would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Yep.
Mel, if you're listening, he's still alive, you know. Mel, if you're listening, that'd be a good line for one of your world domination movies.
I think what people should do is they should go out and leave things on purpose.
Leave what?
Leave things. Weird ass things on purpose in weird ass places and let archaeologists in 1,000, 2,000 years try and figure out what the fuck was going on there.
They're called time capsules, buddy.
Nah, they don't. That's not the same thing, right?
My dog is standing there frozen in the hallway waiting for me to come here. Come here. Lay down. Good girl.
So in the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon way, Trump, Trudeau, and Pierre got into it related to cannabis this week too.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. I'm seeing,
there's nothing to be worried about.
No, but I'm seeing that some of his people don't really agree with the cannabis thing, and some of them want to eradicate it. So
yeah, but their name's not Pierre Poilievre, so they can go fuck themselves. Because listen, I'm sure there's J.D. Vance, for example, was the perfect example in the States. He's not really.
Isn't he an actor?
No, he's about to be the vice president of the United States. But he's not really. He's kind of not anti-abortion.
Why is that really funny? Trump's a fucking actor.
Kind of, yeah. Well, I actually believe that's the thing. I think Trump's persona in the media is a character much more so than what he's really like off camera.
I would think most people are.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, well, I guess every politician's like that themselves, you think about it.
They're salesmen. As I said earlier, they're fucking car salesmen.
No, and if you watch the Trump interview with Joe Rogan, he was just kind of shooting the shit and a little bit calmer, right? Versus like up on stage and doing his thing.
I think that when he goes off and he's acting like a fucking loony bin, I think that's partially part of his character and it's planned.
I think there's a spark of truth to it, but I also think he's like turning it up a few degrees, right?
Yeah.
Just I think so. And same as this 25% tariff. He's never fucking doing that. It was a warning shot. He's right. He's right what he's saying. Like Canada's got to get its border, and here's how it turns out. Trudeau said in the House of Commons this week that Pierre wants to, and the Conservatives want to remove the cannabis, blah, 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 because Trump's going to do this tariff. Trump doesn't give a fuck about cannabis. He's talking about the opioids, free opioids that Trudeau's giving out these clinics.
How much cannabis does Canada ship to the U.S.?
Probably, I don't know if they even do it. I'm sure there's some illegal.
I don't think they do ship. I don't think they're allowed to.
Oh, they're not legally, no.
No, that's what I mean. For the legal market,
there's enough pot there. Well, this was the whole bullshit about Trudeau's statement. Trump is talking about opiates and the free supply Canada get. Trump's not worried about Canada cannabis. He's got how many fucking states growing it down there?
Exactly.
Trump does. He's not. So that's why I say it was just Justin being a donkey on that one, just trying to make.
Oh, he's going to
trying to make people think
25% tariff because we have legal cannabis. No, we have 25% tariff coming at us because you're a fucking idiot and keep letting opiates fucking infiltrate this country through China and Mexico.
Yeah, and the free supply and the arrogant, and that stuff is getting sent to the States.
Yep.
So that's what it's all about.
And it's funny because at one time, this was many, many years ago, at one time, BC Bud was being traded pound for pound with cocaine in LA.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? So the coke was coming back into Vancouver.
Wow.
And they were getting the BC Bud and basically trading pound for pound for it. Now, I think we're just sending fentanyl and bringing back cash. because we're not bringing back their pot. We don't need to. So we bring the stuff in from China, sell it, and then sell it to the U.S. Seems like a good enterprise. And Al left us.
But all these rumors of the conservatives going to take away cannabis, no, they're not.
No, because that would ensure that they would never be reelected.
Well, it's not just that. There's so much money involved now, right? It's billions of dollars. Just like money spent, capital spent, but jobs. Think of all the like recreational dispensaries, all the LPs, all the distributors. Like it would fucking destroy your like. I don't know if anyone's heard. Canada's got this kind of large deficit going on. They're not getting rid of anything that's bringing in tax.
Canada's getting this large deficit, and people are all happy because
I'm not.
Well, 8 out of 10 Canadians are getting more back in the carbon tax rebate than they're spending in carbon tax. So that's a good thing. No, they're not.
Well, that depends how you spin it.
That's according to the government. They wouldn't lie to me.
There's different arms of the government, depends on which arm of the government you ask.
My father was a staunch believer in the government, that the government would never lie to you.
A staunch believer.
Oh, yes. And he swore that the government was doing everything in your best interest because that's the way he was raised and that's how it was instilled.
I was probably like that about 10, 15 years ago, to be honest.
Yeah, and when he had a doctor stand in front of him and tell him that cannabis was actually the safest medicine to use, it kind of stunned him. Because for years he was told that it was dangerous.
Yeah, like my dad, when I asked my dad if he wanted to try it for his Parkinson's, he was like, "No, I don't want anything that takes control over my mind that way."
Yeah, and I'll have a pill. But so on the way home, I said to my father, because he hadn't said a word the entire time for the drive, and we've been driving for a while. And finally, I looked at him and I said, "So." I said, "How does it actually feel to find out your government's been lying to you your whole life?" And he looked at me, he said, "They didn't lie to me. They've been misinformed." And that's all he would say about it is, they've been misinformed. And then 2 weeks later,
I don't even, you know what? I don't even consider it misinformed.
No,
I almost
want blatant fucking lies.
I don't even, not always that either. It's like, and doctors do this all the time. They're uneducated or they don't know, and they just take the negative stance.
Well,
yeah, or they look at the physicians and surgeons board.
I sat in a politician's office one time. I won't name the politician, but he was pretty well known at the time. And we were talking about legalization. And
it wasn't John Trammell, was it?
No, I said a politician. He made the comment of, well, patients aren't getting arrested anymore. And I said, that's a lie. And he flipped on me, like complete turnaround. "Oh, I'm not lying to you." And I said, "Yeah, you are." I said, "And if somebody's feeding that to you, they're lying to you." I said, "Because I'm going to 2 different court cases this week for patients." I said, "So I know you're lying." And he got mad. He said, "No." He said, "I'm not lying." He said, "This is what we've been told." Well, somebody's been lying to you. And then they still went ahead and did it anyways. I still went to court.
Well, and to despise the whole conservative rumor some more, so at the Stampede, Nova Scotia Stampede, I did run into my MP, Stephen Ellis.
Yeah.
Who was Dr. Stephen Ellis. And He's actually on the cannabis committee with Health Canada. Not that he has that much power, and was also his, I think, in Alberta MP John Barlow.
Mm-hmm.
And they like Steve came up to me, like Dr. Stephen Ellis. I've known him for 20 years.
Yeah.
And he basically just introduced me to John, and just they're never going to come out. Conservatives still are never going to come out and just like, yay, cannabis. But they basically said when they do get in power, they're looking to fix the industry. And number one is stabilize it. They can't have all these LPs going out of business. They can't have this tax out of control. Yeah. And like one of the things I know they're going to do is it's going to be just a flat 10% tax rate, bringing it down closer to alcohol.
Yeah. That would be
so.
Nice.
It makes a little bit more sense.
Not that it would be nice. It would be more justifiable. But what would be nice is if they remove the tax off of medical.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be on one of Steve's phone calls. Well, I'm predicting Mr. Ellis will be your new next Minister of Health, to be honest.
That's what I'm thinking, because the amount of airtime he's getting in the House.
He is a fucking doctor. Like, literally up until last year, he was a practicing doctor.
Well,
his wife's a pharmacist.
Have you seen the memes going around for the U.S.? Their Minister of Health or whatever it is, the last one and the new one that's coming in.
Yeah, the last.
Their last. What is it? What do they call it? Oh, Secretary of Health. Is that what it is? Whatever the Americans are. Well, it was an obese person. The guy that's coming in is a health nut. Like he's 50-some years old or 60 years old, and he's fucking ripped, man.
Well, and you also got RFK Jr., who's kind of got his, he's in the health as well.
And I can't wait for him to walk into the FDA and just hand out pink slips.
Pretty much.
Because he's going to get rid of a lot of them.
But I just wanted to dispel these bullshit rumors with financially, the conservatives are never going to take it away now. It's out now. It's never going back.
Well, here's the thing. They want to do cuts. Like, they want to do cuts to save Canadians money, which they should do. Number one, remove the carbon tax. That's going to be a big right away.
I laugh when people say Pierre won't do it. Bullshit. This whole fucking platform has cut the tax.
He'd have to do it, or they would basically end up trying to have him impeached. But
the one thing he's guaranteed to do is cut the carbon tax.
But the other thing he's going to do is he's going to cut a lot of these new departments that fucking were created to hand out money, hand over fist, that put us so far into this hole. So those departments are going to be gone. A lot of that, he's going after a lot of that money too. So a lot of those companies that got that bogus money, they better have some in the bank, because I would imagine.
Oh no, he's
coming for a cash grab for that.
Everything that's going on in the U.S., maybe not as loud as extreme, Canada has to be prepared for. And it's not necessarily all bad. It's about, you got to cut all the bureaucracy. You got to they got to trim the budget, man. Like, they got to get things operating like a business. You just can't be throwing cash out the door all the time.
Yeah.
It's all about efficiencies. What they're doing with, how do you say his name? Vivek?
Who?
Elon and Vivek? I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, Vivek. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know who I mean. But their whole job is whatever, the Doge or Doge or whatever.
Yeah,
they're basically going in there. Is like, what do you do? It's gonna be like Office Space. So what?
Yeah.
What do you really do?
Yeah. Yeah. There's going to be some pink slips handed out there too.
Exactly. And Canada, I think you're going to see all societies do that. You can't keep running deficits. Like, it just gets you in deeper holes.
They come out with the latest prediction was that Canada could balance the budget with Trudeau, the way he's going in 2042. Right? So he would have to stay in power until 2042 before this budget balanced itself. Because he says, oh, the budget balances itself. Well,
he can, because he spends money every fucking 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we've got to protect the environment, and I'll fly over in my private jet to tell you. Right?
Well, 3 or 4 weeks ago, like the bloc won more money for seniors' pensions or whatever, and we can't afford it. It was $3 billion. But he can cut and give everyone $250 and cost $6 billion because it gets some votes. Like
he gave like $9 million to some fucking country in Africa to get them to stop shitting on their beaches. And meanwhile, they're shitting on our fucking beaches in Canada. Right? So, I mean, we're spending all this money. $50 million was given to another country in Africa to study insect or something stupid like that. There's literally pages and pages and pages of money that's been given to other countries for research shit that has nothing to do with Canada whatsoever.
Well, there's that stuff, but even hearing this tax shit, it's like most groceries, there's no fucking HST on it anyway. So that's stupid. I agree. Diapers shouldn't have fucking tax on it anyway. Anything that's like a legitimate health and wellness fucking thing should not be taxed. No. Guess what, fuckers? I don't need $250 check from you, Justin. There's a lot of people that probably do need that money. Give it to them. Give it to people that are struggling on social assistance or disability. Don't fucking give it to people that have cash.
No. Those people don't get the money. It's only people that are working that get that money.
Bullshit.
And then, we're going to reduce the GST for 2 months.
On junk food. So you can go get your food at the gas station, get it a little cheaper. Good fucking job, boys.
Yeah, but it doesn't take the GST off of buying a fucking house or a new car, right? So it's basically, you should vote for us. He's trying to buy votes with $250
everyone
checks.
caught that. Everyone caught that, but like taking the GST off fucking alcohol, like go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like come on. Like we're
I'm sure
there's lots of people really happy about cheaper booze, but that does not seem like a good thing to me from a health perspective in Canada.
Remember, the GST was a temporary tax. It was only brought in to bring us out of the deficit that we had before.
Yeah, taxes are temporary, aren't they?
Then it turned into HST. Yeah, income tax was brought out to help recover the economy after World War II, and it was a temporary tax that has gone up. And then later, the provinces weren't getting enough from the federal government, so they decided they would do their own taxation on provinces. So then there wasn't enough taxes for the hospitals, so they come up with the sales tax, which was the hospital tax back then. And that was your sales tax. Then we started going into recession, so they started with the GST, and that was a temporary tax to pull us out of the recession, but it got evolved into HST later to be a permanent tax that we got fucked. So right now, with the carbon tax that's coming in and all of the other taxes, for every $1 you make, your government is taking over half.
Here's where I would have been okay with the carbon tax. You're taking the money and, I don't know, giving everybody major, funding like nuclear power or funding solar for everybody. But if they're just taking most of the money and just giving people free money back, like how's that fight climate, assholes? Nothing. I still got to drive to work. Still got to heat the house. You're not putting it back into anything, so it's a bullshit tax.
Yeah.
And I don't mind paying taxes, but they just waste money, man. They just like fucking military. I believe they say if we ever went into war, we only have 3 days of bullets.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, like God, we're a fucking joke.
Well, that's the other thing that Trudeau's going to get us kicked. Or, no, Trudeau's going to get us kicked out of the UN.
NATO.
Yeah, because if we're not putting the money out for our defenses that we should be doing, and we should, I mean, we're literally the only buffer between Russia and the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? So I was in the Middle East, and I was in with the UN in a demilitarized zone. And we always said that if war broke out, we've got one army on one side of us and another army on the other side, and we know ahead of time who's going to kick the shit out of who, right? So if battle ever broke out, we would just be directing traffic. Well, Canada's going to do the same thing because they've got nothing to stop anything.
No, I feel bad for our military folks. It's a joke.
Yeah. Hi, Darcy. How you doing?
Hi, guys. I figured I'd come in and say hi.
You're very loud.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm on my phone.
Oh, here, we'll turn you down. Here, I'll turn you down a bit, buddy.
Turn him down a bit. He's a bit vibrating on that phone.
Yeah, I just figured I'd stop by and say hi, see how everybody was doing.
Mm-hmm. We're talking politics. Want to have fun?
Nope.
He's probably going to have.
I haven't said a fucking word, buddy. I just been sitting here.
We talked about alien invasion. You missed that one.
Yeah. Well,
Nick has been yapping with us. Nobody noticed there, Marcel. That's your job.
Here's one.
I did notice, but I didn't want to interrupt Lennie.
Here's one for you to talk about, Marcel.
Oh, who?
The simulation.
Oh, God.
Because today it fucking sucks.
Lennie wasn't having a good day in his simulation world today either. So,
are we in the Matrix?
Yeah, everybody seems to think we are.
It's something.
I think we are an alien science experiment, kind of like an ant farm that you used to have when you were a kid.
Oh.
Well, he's playing a cruel fucking joke.
I had one of those, but it broke, and my mom made me vacuum them all up.
That's mean. I never had one.
I feel like
if I wanted an ant farm, I'd go outside and find one.
Yeah. Well, if he's farming us like the ants, he's playing a cruel fucking trick. Because Jesus Christ, I like walking a lot better.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
So
saying,
yeah.
This life isn't bad, but just saying.
Where's the reset button for this fucking Matrix?
I don't know, dude.
We'll have to wait till the next fucking movie's done for that.
Oh, they already did the Matrix reboot. Sucked.
Yeah, he's talking about doing another one.
You know what? I'll still fucking go because I love the.
I'll go see it. I've seen them all. Hey, Darcy. Well, I remember. What are you thinking about your that new one there? What's it called?
Yellowstone.
You lost me out.
The one with holy fuck! Smoke another one, Al.
Yeah, really though.
Richard Gere.
Landman. No, that's the new one. Landman, but you posted that you were watching it, Darcy.
I seen that. Yes, I posted so I wouldn't. I haven't started watching it, but I posted so I wouldn't forget to watch it.
Well, watch it so that we can talk about it next week because it's a good one. It's
okay.
What's there? 3 names. I'll write it down next week.
3 names.
Yeah, he was married to a famous actress.
Well, I got a quick little grow segment blurb I can do, Al, if you would like.
This is how we grow the weed.
And there's my answer. So,
Al's answer is Billy Bob Thornton.
Thank you, Billy Bob Thornton. Thank you.
He's in the new Trailer Park Boys movie too.
Is he?
Is he?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. In the Bubbles movie. Yeah.
And who
Bubbles in
was,
the
he married
Rockers.
to? Who was he married to there, Mr. Trivia guy?
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
And I always
Yeah,
wondered
she's also-
how.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Because-
I always wondered how Sonny Bono ended up with Cher.
Hey, Lenny, cocaine's a hell of a drug, dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
What about Julia Roberts ended up with? Oh, the fuck was his name?
I don't like Julia Roberts.
He's a producer, I think, isn't he, or a director?
I thought he was a musician.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. The Abraham Lincoln looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Something ever.
You know who I think is really cute together is Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. I think that they are just oozing over at each other, and it's fun to watch.
How that
Lyle
get her is beyond me too. Lyle,
What's that,
it does
Marcel?
look like Abraham Lincoln.
Lyle Lovett.
Love it, Lyle, love it. Yes.
Yeah, but I bet
Is
you-
he married
but
to
I bet you
her? I don't
Gretchen-
think he is he?
Not anymore.
He was.
Yeah, he was married to her.
Yeah, but so Brooke Shields was married to Michael Jackson. So what?
Yeah.
Hey, Al.
Yo.
I bet you fucking Gretchen Wilson isn't too happy Blake Shelton is with fucking Gwen Stefani.
No doubt, but they've been married now a couple of years. So anyways, we did your grow thing. Do your grow thing.
Okay, I want to talk about a little bit about the importance of testing. Because
Testing?
I think testing your product. If you
Okay.
can afford to, get it tested. I got some of mine tested here this year, and I was.
Were you happy with it or no?
I was over the moon actually with my purple satellite mother of berry. I got it lab tested. It come in at 20, just a little under 25%. It was 24 point something.
Which is lower or higher than you thought you would get?
Which is a little higher than I thought actually, because I figured I'd come in right around the 18 mark.
Okay.
So that made me happy. But then what really made me happy was when she personally called to tell me that my terpene profile was out of this world.
Oh, awesome.
It was 4.25%.
Who's got a radio on?
I hear that.
Len, are you watching something?
Well, it must be me. Yeah, I guess I didn't know the volume was on it though. I can't hear it. I'm just looking at the video.
But
Apparently the volume
yeah,
was
so-
on. Sorry.
No, you're all right, Lenny. So I got so yeah, it was 4.25%, and she asked me where I grew that, and I told her it was outdoor, and she told me that that's the highest, one of the highest she's ever tested for outdoor. That's the highest she's ever tested for outdoor, but that's one of the highest she's ever tested at that lab.
Awesome.
So I kind of, she said, you should be proud of yourself. You definitely know what you're doing. I said, well, I kind of been trying to say that for years, but it is what it is. So yeah, so when you get your, just get your stuff tested.
Is that Bloom?
Yeah, it was Bloom. Yeah.
Bloom's one of the labs that it's not super high either.
No, it's on the lower end. I like it.
I'd say they're medium.
I like it. Yeah.
And how much do they cost to go and say, hey, test mine? How much do you have to send them?
For me, it was $135 for cannabinoid. That's full cannabinoid and terpene.
And how much did that cost
just
you?
5 grams, isn't it?
5 grams, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I mean. How many grams did you have to send? Oh God, I'm gonna kill you.
But then I also took some. But then I also took some oil over that was made with trim, and it tested at 72%.
Wow.
And it was made with trim.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Must be somebody who knows what they're doing.
You think so?
Yeah.
Did you get a chirp on the oil, Darcy, or no?
I didn't do a chirp on the oil just because
it'll burn off. I wouldn't bother.
don't care.
Well, I know what is going in. I know what is going in for me. Ha ha ha. And I can't taste it anyway. So.
Well, to be honest, terpenes is kind of a bullshit for taste and smell anyway. People get it. Well, there's more to it than just terpenes.
There is. That full cannabinoid profile is what really made me happy to see the levels of CBN and CBCs and that was in it, because I let mine go a week longer than Marcel. No, 10 days longer than Marcel did his. So that just showed us what it would do if you let it go an extra 10 days longer. But then you got to take into factor too that I live in one town in a bowl, and he lives on a fucking marsh.
On a hill, side of a hill.
Yeah. So, and he gets a lot more colder weather.
I'm on the side of a mountain
than I do.
I also get a lot more wind than he does.
You do, yeah.
I get wind.
So my plants will actually stay shorter than his do because of how he's situated.
Okay, so I have a question there. Why were my plants so stretched? They're sitting in a fucking greenhouse. They're not starving for light.
The genetics, Al.
You were growing a CBD strain.
And it's genetics. My seed plants, Marcel, I had 2 derp and poison plants.
So there's nothing I could have done differently to keep them shorter and more abundant.
You could have tried to push them out. You could have tried to push them out and top them, but then you could have stunned them and they may not have gone properly.
I did top them twice.
Well, then there you go. So,
I mean, you could have tried to doing a scrog with them.
Okay.
Like,
well, that's what I'm thinking about doing downstairs with one of those plants.
Yeah, but
because I'll tell you, I really, really enjoyed those CBD plants, even though I didn't get much. But they produced.
That's the
they
problem.
both produced
You're not
more.
going to get a lot.
They both produced more than the other plants.
Now here's a question. Now with that strain, them 2 plants that you grew, did you notice a difference in the 2 plants, or were they kind of identical?
Very, very similar in
very similar.
I feel yes.
So then here's what you need to do when you start your next seed: see if it's the same. As you're expecting, if you're, you could be, a person could be expecting that same flavor, that same everything.
Yeah.
And where you got it with 2,
Chances are you might get it with 3.
Well, I was gonna do what I did last time and do 1 and 1.
Yeah, and if you get it with 3, then if you have 5 seeds, then the chances are 4 and 5 are going to be the same. So then therefore, that strain is kind of that's to me that strain is stable.
Yeah.
Okay, I get where you're going.
Every plant's growing the same, so that strain is kind of stable. See, that's what we pheno hunt for out of thousands and thousands of plants. That's what
it makes sense that they'd be stable because one was a purchase from the OCS.
Yeah.
And so it was a legal provider, and I believe it was called, oh God, it was just in my fucking head. While I'm thinking of that one, the other one that I did was a sample that I got that Mary Jane sent me actually. And it is, I can barely read it. It was a Homesteader 41. Oh, sorry, no, Homesteader 11, and I can't even read. My eyes are buggered because of the diabetes. But I can't.
Well, when you get good at it, Al, down there in your basement.
Let's see here. Where are we? Come on. Fuck it. Never mind.
It's all good. But when you get good at it, Al, and you get that kind of get your room dialed in a little bit, I'm gonna send you some seeds, but I'm gonna wait till you get your room dialed in.
That'll be very soon because I just got the plumbing all fixed downstairs, so the water's all dried up now. And
I'll send you some real ice cream cake.
Okay, that would be. I like that strain. Yeah.
But this is real seed junkie ice cream cake. I haven't cracked that pack of seeds yet. So
okay. Cool.
I'll take 4 or 5 out of it because I got 11. I know there's between 11 and 15 in the pack, so I'll take 4 or 5 out and throw them in a thing and send them to you.
Well, like I said, I got a new doctor who's cannabis friendly, and so I'm going to go for the gusto with whatever grams I get.
Mm-hmm.
I got enough room. I might as well. I got a room for veg.
Is it
I got
true ice cream cake?
How do you know? Did you ask it?
You ask it? No, I just know that. Seed Junkies genetics are tried and true.
Well,
you know, to me, I don't give a fuck what the strain is or who I got it from. Okay, what I care about is I want, as long as it exactly. I want it to grow, I want it to produce, and I want to enjoy it, as opposed to spending 6 fucking months waiting for something that I didn't like at all.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So yes, I'm looking forward to the point where I'm getting dialed in and I have a routine, and it just happens because the first year that I was here, I brought up the clones. I traveled 1,800 miles with 4 clones sitting in my back window of my car going, I even pulled into a gas station and opened up the tailgate. I went, oh, fuck.
Oh shit! I forgot about these.
I did. David and I stopped at A&W in White River, and I opened up the fucking back, and I was like, the plants just went. But in my defense, I did some research, even had a conversation with our friend Jack, and as long as they are not flowering, you can transport 4 plants.
Well, that's a bonus.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit, was just testing and how, it is important. Especially
what does one, the kit that Ross had, Marcel?
Yep.
Now, are they expensive? Are they worth it?
He didn't have the kit.
No, he had a box that you put in like a gram of weed in there, and it tests.
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So the problem with that tester, and it didn't. I mean, you don't even hear tell of it anymore. It was a good idea when it started. The problem was it came with preset strains.
Okay.
So it didn't tell you what you had.
It told you what strains it thought it was.
If it was close to one of these other strains. Right?
Okay.
And so it didn't really work. There's test kits that you can do, which is I mean, I've done it, and it kind of sucks.
What is one of those spectrum analyzers that they use at the border and stuff like that? What are those worth?
Oh, $50,000 they start.
Really? They're that much, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then depending on whether it's gas chromatography, then you've got to have it hooked up to gas and stuff like that.
No, this is just a portable thing that they point a laser at it.
Oh, those ones are even more expensive.
Spectrometer, I think it's called.
Yeah, there'd be a bit more expensive.
I've been watching Canadian Border Patrol.
But I mean, take samples off the plant, pipe them up, put out a micro drop onto a glass slide, throw it into a jar with solution, let it bake, pull it out.
That's how they test it in the lab, isn't it?
A light bulb? No, because now they got machines that do all of it.
That's how they used to test it in the lab.
Right. So you pull a glass slide out, put it on a light bulb or a match just to heat it up enough just to activate it. And then once it's activated, it gives you nice little color lines. And then you sit there and measure the lines and where they are, and the color changes. And
that's how we used to test stuff in science class in high school, with the microscope.
Same way.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you don't need a microscope for this because it gives you the colors right in front of you. I mean, you can see which colors are THC, which colors are CBGs, which colors are CBG.
Yeah.
Right. So it gives you a full line as long as there's cannabinoids in it.
Here's a question for you. You mentioned colors for different terpenes and cannabinoids and things like that. Do they actually like when you sit down and look at a spectrograph, I guess it would be called, or something like that? Would you see a specific color every time for CBN, for CBD, or is it just a group of colors?
Well, no, you see it goes in layers.
So you see every terpene, every CBD actually have a color code.
It's a reaction of that compound with the chemical that's on the slide.
Will it always be that color?
So the glass slide isn't just plain glass, right? It's glass with this white film on it. And you use a pipette and you literally put micro dots on the glass slide, and you only put them across the bottom. So if you're doing one sample, right, like one bud, for example, I would use one glass slide, but I would take 3 samples off of that bud from 3 different locations.
Do you still sample stuff like that in a pharmacy, Len, or no?
No. So then after collect the samples, pipe out a drop onto each one, change the tip in the pipe that so you don't suck any up, and you do 3 drops across the bottom of the glass.
I've seen video of that,
Right? Then you take the glass slide and you put it into a jar with a small amount of developing fluid. Seal the jar up and let it sit for a couple minutes, right? And the vapors in the jar react to the film. When you pull it out, it's all white. There's no color.
So it's a photosensitive coating.
Right. So then you take it and you put it on a light bulb, or you can use a match or a lighter underneath it. Try not to heat it too much because it's a piece of glass and you're holding onto it. And all of a sudden the colors start to form. And you get your first color, which is going to be the biggest one, which is the predominant one, which is also the THC one. Right? And I think on mine it was a red for the THC, went to a blue for the CBD.
So each color represents each one, and it's the same every time.
Right, but the width of it on the glass slide and how wide it is, you have a scale that you use on the glass slide, and that tells you what your percentage range is.
Okay.
So what I did is I did the test myself, then I sent Bud off to the lab and got tested to see if, in fact, it was close.
Which was the higher one?
I think mine was on the higher side, but only because I probably estimated a little higher, but it was only a difference like 2 or 3 points.
Okay.
So it's very small margin. So I thought, okay, this is really good, but it's a fucking pain in the ass ordering this shit, to get the shit in, to do the testing, to get the time to sit down and do the testing. So I'd rather not do it. Just send it to the lab for $130.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long does it take? 3 to 5?
Well, I can have my results in 2 hours if I want to pay the extra. What was it? $37.50, Marcel?
Yeah, $37.50, I think.
That's not bad. I mean, it's not like you do it every day.
No.
Buddy weeds.
But I also, before I go here, because I'm gonna go finish watching my show with my wife. I also got a pack of gummies tested.
Ooh.
Ones that I got from a store, and not a legal store, a reserve store.
And
they were, surprisingly, they said they were 1250s. Not one of the gummies was 1250, but not one of the gummies was under a gram. So under 1,000 milligrams. So they still had 1,000 milligrams in them, which is still way more than you want to eat.
Yeah.
Way more.
No, thank you.
I gotta tell you, because it's on the same line. We played a game the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Four
I gave him a game, Al.
Darcy gave me a game, and it's called Russian Roulette. And what it is, it's a bag with 4 gummies in it.
And you don't know the strength.
And, well, it says on the bag that there's one that's a 50, one is 500, one's 750, and one is 1200.
Wow. No, thank you. Oh.
It was a blast for 2 of us.
Too much. Why only 2 of you?
No, for 2 well, because one of us got the 1250 and one of us got the 750.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, and one of them greened out.
Gee, who was that?
The youngin.
Yes, buddy, they were very close.
But right on. But no, that's what I just wanted to chat with. I just wanted to drop in and say hi. And sorry I wasn't here
When you
earlier.
answer somebody, you're supposed to post it there, buddy.
Sorry. I couldn't reach. Yeah. I was rolling a joint.
No, I just was just saying there that I just wanted to let everyone know that I had a death in the family. So that's why I wasn't here for the whole show tonight. And that's why I'm taking off now and just relaxing and dealing with it. So.
All right. Well, leave already.
All right. See you guys.
Take care, Darcy.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Feel better, buddy. Took him 20 minutes to say goodbye.
That happens. Man, I'll tell you, I've been getting some pile of ads on email for sales.
Of?
Well, Mushroom Kits is on sale. They're having a Black Friday special.
Yeah, well, it is Black Friday.
Yeah.
How much are their kits?
I don't know. I didn't look at the email.
Well, you should look at the email.
Well, hey, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to look at the email.
Look at the email.
And I'm going to see exactly what kind of a deal, Flash Friday discount code exclusive to subscribers. So you got to subscribe really quick, and it's 25% off all mushroom kits and refills. And all you have to do is enter code Black Friday 24.
Once I get everything dialed in for the weed, I'm going to make a shelf with a little box and get a kit.
Good luck.
I know. I had, you know what? Before we've had snow now for just over a week, but before it started snowing, there's fucking huge mushrooms growing all over people's grasses up here.
Yeah, it's because of the humidity.
Yeah, but they're fucking huge, man. And some people, they've got them in circles, and some people they're just like a layer of carpet. It's weird, man.
If you're gonna do a kit, you're going to learn that very quickly. How much humidity plays a role in mushroom development.
Well, you want humidity, don't you?
Yeah, but you don't want too much humidity either.
So you build a box that's controlled inside, right?
No, if you buy the kit, all right, it comes with the box.
Sorry, I just bit my tongue again.
The key with the box is, and here's probably the best tip I can give anybody if you've got one of these mushroom kits. If you go to add water and the mushrooms are already starting to grow,
don't add the water.
No, spray the lid.
Okay.
And then close it.
Okay.
All right. Don't spray the plants themselves.
Now you've tried the kits, right?
Oh yeah, I've done the kits.
And was it worth it?
Yeah. In all honesty, well, for me it was more for learning.
Fun guys are closed in Ontario, buddy.
Yeah, they're closed.
They are done. They've closed all 30 stores.
Right, but they're doing online.
They're going online, yes, but they've closed their physical stores because they've been rated 159 times or something like that.
Yeah, so that's why they've gone online and they're offering 50% off.
Hey, you know what? There's lots of companies that are running online out of BC and they're doing just fine, and they're staying within the somewhat regulations. They're trying to anyway.
No, I did the kit thing for more educational purpose than anything.
But what I'm getting at it, what you put out for the kit and what you got out of it, was it worth the cost and the effort? Because you know, a lot of people find that growing your own cannabis, although it's very therapeutic and you can usually grow enough to keep you happy for, you know, for the season, it's a lot of fucking work, and a lot of times it doesn't work out very well.
Okay, so the difference between growing a mushroom kit and growing cannabis is cannabis, you're putting in literally days of labor.
Yes.
Right? Because you've got the
Kits,
growing,
you put it in a closet,
pruning,
you leave it. I get that.
and they both take about the same amount of time to run a crop.
Okay.
Right? But the mushroom crop
just keeps going.
You get 3 of them.
You get 3 out of a kit.
You can get 3 out of a kit.
3 rounds.
3 rounds. As long as you don't grow any mold in there, then it's perfectly fine. And you learn the difference between mold and mushroom really quick.
Oh yes, I would think you would.
The other trade-off is you're spending 1 day of sterilizing every
time. Yes.
Right. So even the straw that you're putting in there, you're sterilizing. Then you're not touching anything with your hands. You're using sterile gloves. Everything is wiped with alcohol because you want zero contamination in this.
What do the kits come with? I was under the assumption, because I've seen videos and websites and stuff like that. You get your mucilum, and you get your and the medium that it sits in, and you just wet it and put it into a box, basically. And you don't you don't open it unless you have to. You don't open it in the daytime. Blah 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 blah. That's the gist I've gotten.
Yeah, you're basically, you do all this work 1 day, you put it in the box, and you let it sit. And then after a predetermined amount of time, you put a light on.
So you do need a light.
Yeah, it's like 15 watts.
And so you want to use a translucent box?
Well, if you buy the whole kit, right? The original kit, it comes with the box. Okay,
but not the light.
No.
So would one of those 5-watt sun blasters work?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Okay.
And then it's got to be put into a location that has a constant temperature.
So how much was that kit again that you bought?
Well, I'm on the website right now, so let's see what their kit.
Can you do that? I'll be right back. I have to put some numbing stuff on.
It's on sale for $105.
That's not bad.
I know.
Considering an ounce would cost you that, or maybe even double now.
Mm-hmm.
Dead air.
Oh, sorry. And their box is different now, too. Because it used to be just a plastic tote. Now they've got this actual fancy-looking box, cardboard box, it looks like, with a dome. Huh. I guess that's to be more eco-friendly.
You ever looked into mushroom growing?
No, sorry. The monster kit, that's the one. Because that's the one that gives you a massive amount. And it comes with a tote. It comes with a tote, $186. It's on sale from $249. Grows really big fucking mushrooms though.
What's a gram of mushrooms costing nowadays?
I have no idea.
Right.
I have no idea. I'm thinking probably $3 to $5. I could see some people still charging $10 a gram for them, but the problem is the mushroom market is kind of like the cannabis market now, where there's so many different strains. Right, so you got golden teachers, you've got penis envy, you've got all of these different strains. Right, they're all still cubensis class mushrooms. They're just kind of like cannabis has so many different strains. There's so many different cubensis makeups.
Yeah, there's lots of different strains. I'm learning that because some of them I don't like.
I see. I don't like any. My problem is the taste. I can't handle the taste.
I'm making caps so that I don't have to deal with that. But
nope. Even when it gets in my stomach, it's there. I can taste it.
Yeah. Well, you burp it up, eh?
Yep. And as soon as I burp it up, then it wants to hurl up.
Yeah, but I find there's a need there for me. And
I can understand that. I mean,
it takes away what they have done with that is they've taken away that threat of being really depressed.
Right.
So now I don't take them every day. Oh, sometimes I do a reset, 5 days, but now it's when I start feeling like my battery. I just was telling my doctor this. When I start feeling that my battery is running low, meaning I get that kind of depressing sinking feeling coming on, or a panic attack or whatever, I'll take a 0.2. Right.
Al, the kit that I got from them is the Monster Mushroom Grow Kit. Yep. And it comes with a tote. And
so it sits in a bag. Okay.
Well, no, it's a big clear plastic tote.
Oh, okay.
All right. And then you line it with a sterilized plastic bag. Then you boil 2 bagfuls of straw.
It sounds like a lot of fucking work, dude. Where the fuck am I going to get straw from?
No, it comes at the kit.
Oh, okay.
So the straw is in a burlap bag. So you take the whole bag and you boil it. Then you let it just cool until you can handle it to open it up and then dump it into the sterilized plastic liner.
Okay.
That's your bottom layer. And then you throw in the substrate, and then you throw in the spawn, and then you mist it all and close it up. And that kit is $186 on sale right now from $249, and that gives you their big, massive growth amount.
I've watched one of the Alaskan survival shows, not the game shows, just like Mountain Men or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were growing in an old bunker.
Yep.
Mushrooms, where they went in, and what was it? I can't remember what show it was, but anyways, they were growing in an old bunker, and every time they had to renew everything, they had to go in and spray everything down. It's Jeremy Clarkson on his farm show. That's what it was.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, an old bunker, a mine shaft, those places are ideal places for mushroom farms.
Yeah, there's also people that are growing in mines, old mines, right?
Salt mines. was an epic failure for cannabis, but
yeah, but the OG guys that are growing it, they used to grow. They would they'd dig up the ground and stick old fucking not flatbed trucks, but 18-wheeler boxes in the ground and train boxes in the ground and use those as secure grow sites, right? I remember watching videos.
So you're saying that Prairie Plant Systems could have made a go of it?
Is that where they did that? Is that where they started doing that?
They took over the Flin Flon mines in Manitoba and started growing cannabis there. Remember that cannabis they used to sell at Health Canada?
I thought they were in Ontario. I thought they were an Ontario company.
No, that was in Manitoba.
I know Matt Murnaugh used to work for them.
For Prairie?
I believe so.
Was that when after they come above ground, or while they were still underground?
Maybe I'm wrong. I think that he worked for one of them. I think it was Prairie Plant.
I thought it was Tilray.
No, maybe later, but I think he started with them when they were they came into Ontario or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
No.
So
he's happy on his farm doing nothing.
It wasn't that they were growing shitty weed at Prairie Plant Systems. They were just being really shitty of how they were doing it by literally taking the entire plant, stalk and all, and grinding it. And then
I remember that, but their defense was, isn't that what Health Canada did when they first started?
Well, that's what Prairie Plant System was doing, right? So all of the stuff Prairie Plant System was doing for medical patients that they were giving to Health Canada was entire plants ground up, stalk and all.
Yeah, and I've tasted that.
At $5 a gram. I still have a bag of it sealed, never opened.
Really?
Yeah.
You should try it on the air one day.
I have a can of the first strain ever of Truro cannabis for bud. That's never been opened. And I've got the first hash ever produced by Truro Cannabis, and it's not open. Because I was smart and got 2 of each and opened 1 of each already.
I had 2 of the Truro G. I did open 1.
You know, when the cannabis store here opened, My Cannabis, they brought in a lot of Truro stuff, and now they have nothing. In fact, I went in today, and I got another potluck box with it's 7 grams each. You get 4. You get an ounce, and it was $130 with my senior's discount. And I have for an ounce. Yeah, it's a little high, yes, because I can get it online cheaper. But there's a mail. Well, I mean, it's also fucking mail strike.
It's also legal. That's because it's close to Christmas.
So in this potluck box, and I implore other LPs to do the multi-selection because that's what I like. I like to have different things. I can't smoke the same fucking thing all the time. I got mac and cheese, maple pancakes, which I really like, apple fritters, and the blueberry tart, which I also like.
Fuck, I hate this shit.
What?
Everybody come out with a different fucking name for a strain. How many strains are we up to? 75,000?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. And we're talking about that earlier. It doesn't matter what it's called. If I don't like it, I don't like it. And if I don't like it, I don't want to buy it, and I don't want to waste my time with it.
Right. But if one guy is selling one strain as a name that you really like, and another guy selling the same strain, but
it should effectively be the same.
Right. But he's calling it something else. You'd never buy it.
I know. And when you guys first started doing the LP thing, we talked about that they weren't allowing the LPs to call strains by names that we know them as.
That was things like Skittles and shit like that, right? Skittles, no, you're never going to get away with
if you're growing Northern Lights and you're an LP, you should call it Northern Lights, not almost Northern Lights.
I'd call it Northern Lights.
Exactly. So
Northern Lights. But
did you do that at Truro? Did you do that at Truro? Did you call the strains what they were called, or did you make up your own?
There's only one name. There's only one name we made up. It was Don't Air Kush.
Oh, really? And that's the one that everybody liked.
Well, no.
What about Truro OG?
Well, no, it was it's true. Yeah, but we also told it was Truro OG.
Pay attention to Buddy there, Marcel.
Yeah, I am.
No, we call it churro
because exactly like Marcel said. So potluck has mac and cheese. I've had mac and cheese before. I've had apple fritter before. That's the actual strain names. But it's the question of are those the actual strains, or did they just pick a strain that's similar to it and started calling it that? Because, like I said, names don't really mean anything.
Listen, I know some companies selling the same strain, just different names.
But there's also companies that make up their own names, and one in Nova Scotia that was famous for it was not Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, the one on the border there. They were notorious for just coming out with these weird ass fucking names that had nothing to do with the strain, and nobody knew what the strain was.
Some of them, I saw some of the strain names when everything was starting. And it was like N3491, things like that. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go get me some N3491. It's a great strain. It's a sativa,
So here I'll give you the story of the Donair Kush.
What?
But here's where Donair Kush came from. I won't tell you the original strain, but it was a pheno hunt out of 24 seeds cracked and numerous rounds grown, and they came down to 2. One was released as an original, what it was called, but the other one was a banger, completely different looking, completely different taste, so never had anything else unique to it, so we renamed it. It was our pheno. No one has the exact same pheno. I keep waiting for the day for someone else to release Donair Kush. I'm going to laugh my ass off. Because they don't have it. It's a pheno of a strain that we did out of a seed pack.
It just happened.
And that's what we came. The guys came down to 2 that were both fucking high THC, big yielders, got you fucked, tasted great. But again, total different profiles.
Wow.
And we weren't going to kill one. We were like, but here was the other stupid thing. We couldn't say it was seed number 20. One seed number 22, and one was seed number 28. Actually,
you know what? I did something.
We wanted to release them as brand 22 and brand 28.
Yeah,
but an OCS would never do that.
But they were trying to do names like that at one point.
AI tells me there's 2,300 named cannabis strains.
2,300.
Way more than that. They're fucking.
I guess we're using AI on the show now.
AI. Well, no, this is actually it's kind of cool. It's an AI.
AI is full of shit.
Yeah.
With the Facebook AI?
No. Google's AI.
Oh, okay.
There are more than 2,300 strain names going up there. I'll tell you that right.
Oh, there definitely is. But this is what they've come up with, because if you look, WebMD says there's more than 700 different strains. Right? So it depends on where you look. The Kind Center says there's 779 that are named and recognized. So maybe this is 2,300 that are named and recognized.
Well, put it this way. I think Churro, what did we have at the time? 250 or 300 genetic seeds in a seed bank?
Yep.
Something like that. That was
so
just
you were growing
they were all different.
250 different strains at
No,
one time?
that's a seed bank. That's
okay.
They're all sealed in the front.
I get you.
With some cool strains in there. Old
First
stuff.
seed bank I went to was the Bikers down on Lakeshore in Toronto. I got for $50.
I got a cool strain here that I should grow a batch
5
of.
BC bud seeds that somebody eventually stole and grew, but I didn't get anything out of.
Yeah, I've got some seeds that I should run another crop off of.
I'll tell you a strain that doesn't get enough.
The Grimace OG. They make a batch of oil out of it.
Yeah, that Grimace was good. I'll tell you a strain that Churro does grow that I think is really fucking good is that Sleeping with the Stars.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a good fucking strain.
See, I don't like pot, so I don't really care. I mean, I don't like smoking it. I don't like the
but
taste
you
of
do.
it. What?
And
no, I turn it into hash or oil.
Yeah.
Then I can smoke my brains
You
out. I love that.
pot, you say you're smoking a joint all the time.
Yeah, because I roll hash and oil joints.
I bought some Nugs, old school black.
Yeah.
For my dewdrop. And
you got something else.
Well, and the potluck stuff, but I'm just looking for the dewdrop thing. I'm going to play it, and we're going to take a quick little break before we come back and end the show.
Sure.
We're still in entertainment. Bring it on.
I've got a dewdrop to test.
Yes.
To test out today.
You showed that to us, but how does it work?
Dave.
Dave, and I'm gonna mess up pronouncing his last name.
Pereira.
Pereira, correct.
Yeah.
Or Electric Dave on Instagram.
Yeah, and he's also the maker of the Happle.
Correct. And I've got that.
So
right
it's
here.
it's not Electric Dave though.
No, it's electric.
Electric. Electric.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
When you're looking for him.
ERRLECTRIC.
Electric. Electric.
So there you go. This is his dewdrop.
Hold on now. Here, hold on. There you go.
This is the dewdrop. As you can see, it's nice and clean, and it's nice and clean because I have not used it yet.
Okay.
On the top of the stem, this is the piece where your hash will stick to.
Mm-hmm.
You light your hash, you stick it in here, and
in the water.
Yeah, I've put
hash goes in the water.
Yeah, no, there's a glass enclosure.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right, and then
here, let's make you bigger.
Nice.
Oh.
Wrong one.
Oh. It's not going bigger than that. All right. No. So, anyways, you get the idea. Just go ahead. Right? You've seen me use mine, haven't you? Marcel left.
Off. I have my mic muted.
Oh, you've seen mine, right? Mine's really dirty, or I would have just pulled it out. It's really dirty. I've used it a lot. But anyways, you pair it with the Nugs brand hash, old school hash, and it works great. You make a little snake, you light it. It gives you 3 rounds or so.
I got to tell you what happened, and it's funny. You've got the student glass, right?
I do, yeah. Did Darcy? Did you try Darcy's yet?
Yeah, just wait.
Okay.
So somebody posted that they had one for sale for like $350, everything complete.
Yep.
So I messaged and I said I might be interested, right? And I went to Darcy's because Darcy had just picked up the Tyson model.
Yes.
And he said, I'm glad you're here. He said, can you put that together for me? I said, yeah. So we put it all together and we filled up a little bowl, and Darcy took a hit off the hose, and Darcy didn't say anything, but didn't realize Darcy couldn't talk.
Yeah.
I took the hose and ended up passing it to Chrissy, and for 20 minutes, we couldn't breathe.
Yeah, it takes your breath away for sure.
And that's when I realized that I don't want one.
You know what? I don't even put water in mine most of the time. I'm just using it as a bong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow is right, man. Like I've upchucked from that thing, bud.
I can believe it, man. Oh, I had to go outside coughing and hacking up a lung.
Yeah. Yep.
But and it was very. One little bowl did that to the three of us. I mean, it was.
I haven't used the attachments, the normal attachments that it comes with. I've only used the module, which is the vaporizer attachment, right?
Oh yeah, I thought Lennie was just calling me there.
I heard a phone ring.
I got some assholes calling.
That's
I bet you it's his mom.
That's the ringtone I have for Lennie. So
some
Lennie
asshole coming. Hi, Mom.
I have that ringtone set.
He put us down. It's okay. We're almost done.
I don't think he knows that he put us down yet.
My phone rang and he puts it down on his phone.
Yeah.
Actually, it's on the keyboard. I saw the numbers.
No. He's probably pushed to accept the call, and we're now talking to them, and he's got them on mute, so they can't hear, or we can't hear them.
I got that. Yep, there he is. He's back.
Oh, he came back.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. Some assholes calling me. Hello?
No,
hi, Mom.
Alarm. I gotta run. I got a false alarm at one of the stores. I gotta go check.
Oh,
might not be false. Guys. Have fun.
Later.
Listen, fucking 12 years, every fucking one of them are false.
Right, I know.
Later.
But you still gotta go. Because
exactly.
There's a policeman waiting for you.
Yeah, later.
Brush your teeth.
Talk to you. Bye.
Make sure you brush your teeth, Len.
Oh, but it's such a pain in the ass because you know it's going to be a false alarm. You get there, the cops go through the entire place to make
all
sure
it takes is one that isn't a false alarm, though.
So my brother-in-law used to run a gas station, and one night the alarm went off. He gets a call, goes out, and nothing. The cops searched the entire place, like the back room, up into the rafters, everywhere. Couldn't find anything. Left, closed everything up. They're standing in the parking lot, and the alarm went off again. It was a fucking rat.
I get
the rat. The rat was running by the sensor and setting off the motion alarm because he was close enough to the actual sensor to not be picked up as something like a rodent on the floor, which doesn't.
You know the bear alarm that I got, the thing that I put James Brown on it.
Yep.
The only thing that's setting that off now, and I moved the camera so I could see what was going on over there, is a little mouse that comes and walks by on the lid of the garbage can almost every night and sets the fucking thing off.
So we got videos of this mouse flying through the air yet?
No, but we do have videos of the mouse coming on the lid, and you hear, "Wow, I feel good," and then the mouse runs away.
So at about 2:00 in the morning, my alarm goes off outside. I jump out of bed, run outside. Nothing's in the garden. Nothing's touched. Turn the alarm off. Reset the alarm.
Mouse?
Nope. And because the alarm that went off was a tripwire alarm, right? Meaning somebody had to actually hit a taut line,
okay,
and pull a pin out.
Yeah,
literally what it did. So I'm trying to figure out how in the hell did this come off of there?
Rabbits?
Nope, because it was around the top of my fence. Right? So if anybody tried to come in over the top of the fence is 8 feet high. So you try and come over the top of the fence, you have no choice but to hit this tripwire. I come in the house, pulled up the cameras, and wound it back, and it was a raccoon. And he walked all the way around and where I kind of have a bit of a hill in my backyard. Well, the furthest drop down is where he set off that alarm, and that raccoon jumped over that fence and flew and had probably an extra 6 or 7 feet drop than he would have had if he was on the other side of the garden.
Would he get out if he went in?
Oh yeah, he just climbed back over.
I get alerts in the backyard all the time, and nothing's there. So it's either something very small, a branch, or something very quick. Right.
Could also be a leaf blowing by if it's going.
Oh God, dude! In the fall, every time a fucking leaf falls, I get an alert.
See, I get alerts on one of my cameras, but it's how I've got it set anyways.
I have to shut mine off now and then because it drives me fucking nuts. I get an alert on my phone. I get an alert on my phone, and then for the door and for the backyard, I get Alexa also. Shut up, Alexa, saying something, right? So I have to say that she started answering the TV now when they say her name.
My camera is a little different in it sends me alerts constantly. Anytime there's any motion in the range of the camera.
Mine as well.
But they're all ignored. I ignore them because I don't care. If it's a leaf fall by,
have audio alerts, and you can't really ignore an audio alert when you have ADHD. It's like a squirrel going by.
But what my camera does is it sends me alerts for humanoid figure. So if I have a humanoid figure comes into my camera, then I get that alert, and that's the alert that I look at. I don't care about neighborhood cat or a leaf blowing by.
Yeah, I get cats, dogs, bears, birds. I was sitting at the hospital waiting for my appointment, and I kept getting buzzing, and I looked, and I had taken a bag of garbage out, not thinking, didn't put it in the can before I left, and the birds got into it not 5 seconds after I fucking left. And when I came back, I get 20 or 30 different alerts and garbage all over the front lawn. Yeah.
We've made friends with the birds here. We feed
well,
them.
I've made friends with the birds too. He comes down, I give him peanuts, blah, 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 blah. I call him Fred. But the minute you put a bag of garbage, I took my garbage out last Tuesday, and I had an extra bag, so I just sat it beside. And by the time the garbage guys came and picked it up, it was all over my lawn, and they nicely cleaned it all up, which was great of them. But I mean, still, like, craziness, man.
We have a bird feeder sitting right on our patio, beside our patio doors. So
yeah, animals will be animals, buddy. Yep.
Yeah, so we can sit there and watch the birds come all the time. Well, our next door neighbors also have bird feeders out, so they put seeds out in their bird feeders. We put bread.
And the red. You're not supposed to give them bread.
No. These birds are smart, because what the birds do is they go over there first, because the seeds go out first thing in the morning, and then we wait till later. We put out bread. They come for the bread. We stopped because it was getting close to the wintertime. And we had to kind of start back up with just smaller amounts. And the reason being is the blue jays were bringing us sunflower seeds. And dropping off piles of sunflower seeds so that we would give them bread. So as soon as we start putting a little bread out there, then sunflower seeds stop coming.
Yeah, Fred and his buddies come along quite quickly once I put stuff out. I put bread out. I put peanuts out. I'm going to get a bag of seed for the winter for the birds. But, I really have to be careful with what I put out, because the bears eat it too, right? So
yeah.
They even though it's hibernation time, it's the beginning of hibernation time, and they ain't all hibernating. So,
we've got all crows around here. I want to make friends with a crow.
You know what? they're very smart, and he actually comes. When I come outside, I hear him. He caws at me, and I'm like, "Hey, Fred," and he caws at me, and then I put peanuts.
So
out
do you have crows there, or do you have magpies there?
Both.
Do you?
We have little guys, little blackbirds, and then we have monster fucking ravens or blackbirds or whatever they're called. They could be magpies, but they're fucking huge.
Like magpies are black and white.
No, we don't have those.
Okay, they're more out west in southern Ontario, I think.
But I've seen videos.
Darcy thought he had one, and he took a picture, but it's a piebald.
I've seen videos of people interacting with them, and they have a voice box and will talk if you train them.
So will ravens.
Ravens. That's what I mean. A raven will, yeah.
But so will crows. A lot of birds can mimic.
Yeah, Kelly has a lot of birds now, and she's got conures, budgies, and they all in her bird room, and they all interact together. They hang out with each other, but the conures are the ones that speak, right?
Yeah,
and they're just, she's had them a few years, but they're just getting friendly and used to her. They take a while. They are very distrusting animals. Birds are.
Yeah.
But I like the birds. I mean, we've got little tiny yellow birds with black wings that just zoom by you and then pop in the trees. And some birds like bushes, some birds don't. They like trees, But we have to go now.
We have to go.
I'm
looking at a tattoo.
To go back to the TV and watch The Agency on Prime.
No, I'm going to watch. We've been watching From.
Yeah, I've seen it. Is it good?
Fucking awesome.
Is it creepy?
But it's a really good story.
Is it well done?
Very well done, because you don't know what's going to happen next.
So it's a thriller.
Yeah, it's 3 seasons out. We just watched the last season now.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I've only seen the previews. It looks good, buddy.
It's filmed.
I'm not really into that kind of movie, though.
It's filmed in Nova Scotia.
Is it?
Yeah.
From is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's very popular. So.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a good show.
Well, maybe I'll check it out. I'm enjoying. There's a lot of
Silo?
Huh?
Who's got Silo?
Prime. But it might be one of the prescriptions. It might be one of the subscriptions. I have Paramount so that I can watch Landman and Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And I have City TV so that I can watch all the Chicago shows. And I have Stack TV so that I can watch whatever's on there.
Do you know I watch YouTube more than anything?
I watch there's some stuff I've been watching on YouTube for years and that I enjoy watching, that I check out now and then, but really YouTube is music with me.
No, for me it's.
I watch documentaries. And you know what? I enjoy, one of the things that I enjoy watching on YouTube is 60 Minutes Australia, because they do stories like 60 Minutes in America used to do. Right now, it's all politics and drugs and country wars and on 60 Minutes in the States, but 60 Minutes Australia, they do shows like they'll go on to a submarine or they'll go into a country and explore the country. You know what I mean? Like actual news stuff like they used to do.
Well, I got to go and see what this Silo is. Check that one out. And you're going to say goodnight, Al.
I'm just loading that window.
Oh, are you? Yeah. Are you loading the goodnight window?
I loaded the goodnight window.
This, guys.
Are you looking for non-stop, continuous cannabis and psychedelic programming? If you are, then turn your browsers to 420radio.ca or paceradio.net, where you will find the 420 Pace Re-Rolled Saturday. Everything gets started at 8 a.m. Eastern Saturday morning.
Hi, I'm Timmy.
And I'm Marijane. He's the newbie.
She's the doobie. And this is the show
where we
tote
cannabis.
Talk.
From both sides.
Is that even possible?
Are we getting rid of that ad?
Stay tuned. We'll be back after this toke.